So, where do you find all the stuff you need for this course on the OWL Brightspace page? From this main landing page you see here, in order to do the activities for a given week in OWL, you just need to click on the appropriate week page on the menu, then click the tab like that for each desired week, just as you did to find this course introduction page. So just as an example, we'll take a look at week 2 because we will have settled into a normal routine by then. And note that the main part of the course in terms of the learning subject matter is the weekly lectures. So on each week's page, you'll see details for the 3 lectures covered that week. For each lecture, there will be e-text reading or online readings where applicable. Notice that there's a 2-hour Monday slot that will consist of 2 smaller lectures instead of 1 big one. And 1-hour Wednesday period will consist of 1 single lecture. To avoid falling behind in the material, make sure that you complete the tasks of all 3 lectures by the end of the week. And the schedule for these postings are in the course schedule table in the syllabus or course outline, basically every Monday and Wednesday. Starting on week 2, you'll also see a reminder to do a weekly quiz on lecture material in OWL. There will be a link to take you to the quiz associated with that week, and each quiz will be visible to you as it is released on Wednesday of each week. To make it easier to navigate, a link to the quizzes tool will be provided on the course content page for each week, as you can see here. Each multiple choice quiz consists of 10 questions, which will be based on the lecture material of the previous week. As I mentioned before, these quizzes do have a purpose other than giving you marks. They're an incentive to help you stay on top of the material from week to week, and they will also give you an idea of how well you're doing in understanding the lecture material in a relatively low-stakes environment as you proceed through the course. You can do the quiz at any time between the time that it opens to the time that it's due, and you'll be given a week to complete the quiz with 3 attempts, and the highest of these 3 attempts counted towards your final grade. Collectively, these weekly quizzes will be worth 10% of your final grade. Summative evaluations of the lecture material will take the form of a midterm, which will be 20% of your grade, and a final exam worth 35% of your grade. The exact dates for these and lectures covered for each exam will be announced as we approach them. You will also be doing 3 short practical assignments in the beginning part of the course that will hopefully encourage you to think a little bit further about the lecture material. These will be accessed through a link at the bottom of the page. And starting on week 2, you will be alerted to the opening date and due date for each of these assignments with a link to the assignment. Each of the 3 assignments will open on a Wednesday and will be due on the following Wednesday. To encourage you to interact with your course mates, TAs, and myself, 5% of your course grade will be based on your weekly participation in the OWL forums, as you can see here. So each week we'll have a separate forum, which you will post a question about the subject matter of the week or the week before, and ask the question posted by your classmates. So this demands a minimal amount of your time, bare minimum, ask a question or ask 1 question each week for 0.5 points per week. More engaged students will make more use of the forums as a means of actually learning and broadening their knowledge through these conversations. I would hope that there are more of you who actually want to learn than those who are just willing to put in the bare minimum. Again, for each week, you will answer. I'll put in a lead-in question, which you can answer, or a classmate may have answered a previous question, and you can answer one of your classmates' question, and then you will leave your own question of your own that your classmates can then answer. As this is designed as an essay course, you will be writing a term paper as an independent project that will be due later in the spring. Details on the subject matter of the term paper and how to write it will be given in an announcement sometime in February, hopefully before reading week. As with these small assignments, this will be accessed through a link similar to the short practical assignments, and can also be accessed through the assessments tab at the top here. The term paper will be worth 20% of your grade. If you have any questions that aren't answered by the syllabus or in this video, or that you would rather not post in the forums, please email me directly at chigita@uwca, or for tutorials, email your TAs, whose email addresses are listed on the homepage. And so from here, we can proceed to week 1, and we can actually go to some real learning. See you in class.